Hey, boys and girls. It's time for Uncle Jay Explains the News. Now here's the guy who helps little minds understand big news stories, Uncle Jay.
Hi, boys and girls. Well, the world right now is a little scary. The #1 movie is about a scary monster that beheads the Statue of Liberty. And it's also time for the annual talking head monster speech that devours your favorite TV shows. And then there's that two-headed monster that's been stalking South Carolina. But the scariest news of the week was the economy, especially when the government said,
"Don't worry, we'll fix it."
And so Uncle Jay's news word for this week is stimulus. A stimulus is anything that makes something happen. And this week, President Bush and the Democrats actually sat next to each other in the same room and said they were going to do something, solve this out-of-control debt and spending by with a stimulus. When Democrats give away money, people call it a handout. When Republicans do it, it's called a subsidy. But when they do it together, it's called a stimulus. And here's how this one's going to work. If you're in a family with 2.6 children, the 0.6 child must lose enough weight to become a 0.4, and then the family qualifies for about $900, which they must then spend all at once at a Wal-Mart or a Starbucks. This spending surge will cause every Wal-Mart and Starbucks to expand and explode, sending consumer goods all across America. Now, most people already have DVD players and iPods, stuff like that, so they'll take these new items that they find and put them on eBay, creating even more buying and selling. And then later, when the buyers discover that most of the items are broken because they fell from the sky, they sue eBay and Walmart and Starbucks. Billions of legal fees are pumped into the economy, and new plot lines are now available for Boston Legal and Law and Order without having to pay striking writers. The economy is saved. And just in time, too, because it's time for Uncle Jay to answer one of your news questions. This week it comes from Grant in Smyrna, Georgia. Hi, Grant. Grant writes, "Dear Uncle Jay, everyone is saying a recession is coming. What does a recession look like? If it comes to my street, I want to be able to recognize it." Thanks, Grant. Well, a recession is the opposite of a procession, and a procession is like a parade. So if you see a bunch of people marching backwards down your street, that's a recession. Another indication is if you're in the street with all of your furniture. Don't forget, you can see more news questions and answers at Uncle Jay's website. Send your questions to Uncle Jay at UncleJayExplains.com. Check back every Monday when Uncle Jay explains the news. And remember, a good kid is good news.